Cuckoo, welcome to Sunday Creative, where we're throwing outdated hustle culture into the trash and giving creative entrepreneurs the self-care strategy they actually need to thrive. I'm Clyde Jean, your creative wellness strategist, fellow creative entrepreneur, and your go-to for making sure your business doesn't burn you out before you get to enjoy your success. I'm talking real deal self-care, the kind where we are about balancing big, bold, creative dreams with the energy and well-being to actually sustain them. Because the real flex is a thriving business and a thriving you. So go ahead, grab your matcha, get comfy, and let's get into it. Remember, I started in the last episode on applying self-care to your business in the form of marketing as daily self-care and systems and automation as deeper cherry on top self-care for your business. Remember that? Well, let's address that in this sweet and satisfyingly brief episode. Well, you know that whole thing where your creative biz keeps you strapped to your computer like sprinkles on caramel, and it seems like that much needed pause to come up for fresh air just never happens? Yeah, it's the invisible work, quote unquote, invisible work. It's the social media, the content creation, the admin tasks that make your creative biz idea turn out to be a ball and chain in reality. And even if these are your actual creative work, I'm looking at the social media managers, the email marketers, the customer relations creators. Even if that's your full-time work, doing them in your own business can seem like never-ending busy work, keeping you from doing the dang on thing that you started your business to do. On top of that, getting stuck in the invisible work keeps us from the self-care activities that nurture and replenish us and motivate us to do what we're doing in the first place. So, you end up isolated, burning out, and reaching for a finish line that never gets there and will never be crossed. But those things have to be done, right? So how can you approach doing that quote unquote invisible work without getting overwhelmed or disconnecting from the creative work that matters? Well, there's 4 things I like to do here. And I'm not going to tell you to batch create or to do your email marketing a certain way. And I'm not going to tell you how to set up your automations, okay? What I'm talking about is more about approaching these activities in a sustainable and even nurturing way in your life and in your biz. So, where do we start? In the Sunday approach, right, we almost always start with the why, with the big picture intention behind the action, that self-awareness piece. So, what then is the reason you're doing all of this in the first place? What is the sole purpose behind your creative business? Because it's not just about making money for you, right? You took this risk to show up for yourself and express your creativity in this way because it felt fulfilling. So once you come to stillness, to rediscover this vision, this intention, you then do a quick check-in with the business activity, say writing an email sequence, and determine if it will help you get to your intention, help you realize your intention, help you get there. You don't know how many times doing this has genuinely motivated and energized me to do the activities that I considered a nuisance before, like writing podcast show notes, for example, or writing email sequences, or, all of these things that must be done. I've found a way to be excited and motivated about getting those done. The next thing is I invite you to notice how it feels when you're in the thick of doing that invisible activity. You might be surprised at how it actually feels. A lot of times we think of things as one way, and in our minds, we don't allow for them to be the many different ways that they actually are, right? This is an exercise in curiosity. Curiosity is a great way to stay present and to be grounded and embodied in your being, and it's an excellent catalyst for creativity to spark. And getting curious about the mundane, these daily time-sucking activities, it's entertaining, it's fulfilling. Yes, you can get this just from the practice of nurturing your business with these supposed non-creativity related activities. So get curious when you're, I don't know, recording a podcast episode, for example. Get curious about how that feels in your body. So You've reconnected with your intuition. You've enacted curiosity and noticing. So now we're going to acknowledge fear when it's present. And more likely than not, it's a fear of what happens if you succeed or what happens if you fail. And that can often be about perception, us worrying how we come off to others. And also a fear of simply whether or not we're able to accept failure or success, or not being able to handle success from our own selves. So these are just some examples of underlying fears that might make the behind the scenes business activities seem like they're in the way of your creativity when they actually might not be in the way at all. And so the last shift I want you to consider, that I want to bring up here, is to get jiggy with your boundaries, right? And specifically time boundaries when it comes to this type of work, this behind the scenes invisible work. It's about giving yourself enough advance time for tasks related to, for example, launches, and not pressuring yourselves to rush into those activities. It's also about assigning this kind of work to specific time slots each day or specific days out of the week so that you don't end up only doing those behind the scenes business management activities. And this is also an energy boundary. If you know that you can focus in and get into a deep creative workflow from 12 to 2, you don't schedule a client call during this time. So you put some time and energy boundaries around these types of tasks and you stick to them. And doing any of these steps, connecting to your big picture vision, getting curious and noticing how you feel when you're in these activities, acknowledging fear, enacting boundaries, specifically time and energy boundaries, all of these reconnect you to your creativity. And with those time boundaries, you get space to do that creative work in your business as well. And also those off the clock creative little things that make you you and that replenish you and that act as a form of self-care for you. So if you've been picking up what I've been putting down these last 5 episodes, go ahead and take the quiz that's in the show notes to find out if you're actually picking things up, right? And P.S., if you pass the quiz, you get a free gift. And if you're looking for an all-in-one platform that supports your biz, from website to endless landing and sales pages to online course platform to coaching platform to email marketing and newsletter and so much more, I invite you to check out the program that this creative biz owner uses to host this podcast, my website, my blog, my email marketing, my newsletter, my coaching and services, my online courses, and even my digital products. I know I'm missing something, but look no further if you're looking for a platform like that. Plus, I get to link all these together on this platform with endless automations so that I have systems and automations set up to take a large percentage of that busy work off my plate. So if you're dying to know the platform I use and to try it out for 30 days, go ahead and tap on the link in the show notes. I do earn affiliate commissions from those who end up joining, and those earnings help support this business so I can consistently provide valuable insights to help you be nurtured as a creative business owner as you deserve to be. And so because of that support, if you do tap the link and join me in using this platform, you will get a free gift from me. You'll get a complimentary list of 10 things to do to best take advantage of your 30 free days to set up your creative biz on the platform for success. So don't forget to tap the link in the show notes if this sounds like something that you've been looking for. So that is a wrap on today's episode. If this hit home for you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you're feeling extra generous, leave a quick review. It really helps more creatives like you find the show. Oh, and do not be a stranger. Come find me over on Instagram. I'm there, Soft Sunday Studio. Sunday as in the ice cream, baby. And DM me your biggest takeaway from today's episode. Let's make self-care make sense in your creative biz, okay? Ciao, ciao for now. Bye.